Do you want a no-scrap template with plenty of space for all your stamped images and embellishments? Hi, I'm Jess from jesscrafts.com, and I'm going to help you make the most of your crafty supplies and time. So let's get started. Today I'm working with Slimline Paper Busting No Scrap Template number 8. This is made with 6x6 paper, and it makes one slimline card without leaving any scraps. Today I'm going to work with some products from the PhotoPlay paper Say It With Stamps line. I have always been drawn to this line, and I've resisted purchasing some of these for a while, but this Hi, Hey, Hello stamp set, for whatever reason, really got me, because I was just like, that is the kind of, I make hello kind of general greeting cards all of the time, and so I just thought it was like a perfect one to add to my collection because the stamp set has the Hi, Hey, Hello, and then there's the coordinating dies that cut those same words with the shadow. And I have recently learned that I really like having the shadow behind a word die. What about you guys? Do you like when you get your word dies, do you prefer that they have the extra shadow layer, or do you like them without? I kind of like it because I feel like it makes my sentiment pop a little bit more, but I for years used them without it too, and I think that's great. And you probably could fussy cut it, but having the die do both for you, love it. Anyway, this template, I'm going to be cutting 2 rectangles that are going to be part of the focal panel. One's going to give you space for your sentiment, and then there's just 2 squares on the side. You don't have to worry too much about whatever measurements I'm using here because it's all a PDF template over at jesscrafts.com. It'll be linked in the video description so that you can recreate this card exactly as well. This card calls for 1/8 inch mats. And that's because when I originally made this template, it was made to accommodate a very specific pattern paper in a 6x6 pattern paper pad that I purchased. But the same template does work with 1/4 inch mats. So if you prefer 1/4 inch mats, you can totally do that. And I have done it in the past with this template. Kind of prefer 1/4 inch, as you know, just because it gives me a bit more wiggle room. But for this video, I wanted to make sure that I demonstrated it the way that the template asks for, and so that's what's going on there, where I kind of switched it up to that 1/8 inch mat. This was, as I mentioned, part of a larger paper pad tutorial, so I have shared this template in the past, but as you know, I like to just make sure every template gets its own video so that in case you missed that paper pad tutorial or weren't interested in it, you can still get your shot at seeing and getting your hands on this template. Now, this is like the perfect demonstration of why I don't do 1/8 inch mats, because I am terrible at lining things up, especially because a lot of times paper pads will be really close to 6 inches, but not quite. It'll be like an 1/8 inch or something teeny tiny off. And so then when you don't have much wiggle room with your mats, that tends to be really important. Or if you are like happens to me sometimes, even if the paper is perfect, but you don't cut perfectly, or you like sometimes use the outside of the line for your measurements and sometimes use the inside of your line. I don't know. 1/8 inch is not for me. I am not precise enough for that. But I can make it work when I need to, and I did, and don't look too closely because, yeah, sometimes my pattern paper is crooked. This template, as I said, gives you this like long, narrow strip in which to add a sentiment, but it also, and again, as I mentioned, I cut things wrong all the time. I cut that wrong. I cut it too big. That's okay. I can trim it later after I've added the pattern paper. Be careful when you use your guillotine trimmer and are trimming teeny tiny things like this, because yeah, we don't want to get any fingers. Follow all manufacturer's instructions. I am not the expert. But beyond giving you that nice long strip for a clear place for your sentiment, it also has a nice long area for you to add a bunch of stamped images. I make a lot of cards with pattern paper, as you know, but I really love Copic coloring. I really like to color cute little images. That has always been, for me, when I transitioned from, I started as a scrapbooker, but then what got me into card making was Lawn Fawn, primarily, because that was the first time when I remember when Lawn Fawn became a company and seeing their really cute stamps and I was addicted to their critter line. that when it first came out, and that was what made me think like, I think that I want to go beyond scrapbooking. And I used some stamps in my scrapbooking, but that's I think what got me into card making. So I love coloring cute critters. These from PhotoPlay paper, Say It With Stamps line, are adorable and really easy to color because they have these thicker lines, and also they have some interesting detail without you having to color teeny tiny spaces. So like on the fox and the raccoon, the artist has drawn those little extra lines that look like hair texture, and so you don't have to do that, but the interest is there without complicating things. I think that's really cool. I love when artists add a little bit of that detail themselves, but this is without even being particularly like realistic. It still maintains that cartoony style, which is more my personal style. I like that cartoony look. So I'm just coloring this raccoon with some W markers, some grays. As I mentioned in the past, you can color so many animals with grays. So they're always one of my, like if you're going to start with Copic colors, I always recommend them. And then browns, because again, just so many animals could be colored with those, and you can get a low investment of markers and see if it's right for you. But I did color some of the other cute critters from the stamp set because again, that's what this design does, is it gives you room to include all those cute critters. Colored the fox and the hedgehog. If you want to see the fox colored, he's part of an Instagram reel. So you can go to @jess.crafts on Instagram and you can see that fox get colored, because I had to color more of them. After I colored these first set for this card, I was in love with them, and I colored a few more because they just, so quick to color up, especially once I picked out the colors that I liked for each one. I'm going to stamp this teeny tiny sentiment from the Hi Hey Hello set. Again, cool because they have the big Hi Hey Hello and and you can get the dies that, match up and they say the same thing. But the little strips, you don't need to use them all with the hi, hey, or hellos. You can just sometimes use just the tiny little words. And I like the versatility of that because I am often looking for a teeny tiny sentiment to fit in just the right spot on my card. And it lets the animals or the critters be the star of the show. If you found this video inspiring, here's another video where you can find more ideas for enjoying your crafty time and supplies. Let me know how you like this video with a share to your crafty community. Subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss the next template or tutorial, and check the video description for product links. See you in the next video.